can see right now, the far-right extremists and Trump supporters have broken down the barrier here as they move towards the U.S. Capitol.
Video from an NBC reporter in D.C. as President Trump's supporters stormed into the nation's Capitol building while Congress began the Electoral College vote count.
I'm actually shocked and disappointed that one of the most secure facilities in our country was easily breached. Our members of Congress and the Senate put it in harm's way.
Terrorism expert, former FBI special agent and police officer, and now the director of USC's Safe Communities Institute, Errol Southers, questioning how police became so overwhelmed.
They stormed the Capitol building.
There's nothing that should have been unanticipated about this. We've had weeks of notice, weeks to prepare.
Southers reading text messages from friends inside the Capitol who shared their reactions as the situation escalated.
We will not be intimidated. We will not be deterred.
Southers says there are at least a dozen agencies that have jurisdiction in Washington, but the Capitol is primarily protected by the Capitol Police, whose description on Twitter reads to protect the Congress, its legislative processes, members, employees, visitors, and facilities from crime, disruption, or terrorism.
I'm embarrassed as an American that we are watching things that typically play out in other countries when dictators are in charge. We are watching it play out here in real time. This is frightening. No one should underestimate what is happening here.
The former U.S. Capitol Police chief telling Meet the Press today, quote, "I don't have an explanation of their failure, but there's a freaking failure."
And with all due respect, there's some complicity that goes along with this, with the president, but that goes with the senators who have decided to give these people more false hope about a process that is akin to trying to fight gravity.
That process, the counting of Electoral College votes. The gravity of the situation, enormous, considering who was inside, including the vice president and the House Speaker. Loyola law professor Jessica Levinson.
It certainly is sobering to think about how so many people in the line of succession were in that particular building at the time when really security was breached.
Southers believes many of the rioters could face charges of sedition. He adds that in a nation of laws, there is a right to dissent, but not to destroy. For the I-Team, Lolita Lopez, NBC4 News.